Hey Mohammed, good morning. My name is Fitri Joroji, and first of all, I'd like to thank you for requesting an audit. So, in this video, what I'm going to do is I'll be going through your website and kind of provide you my insights and based on the principles that we use to build website and converting landing pages at Website Artisan. So, first of all, amazing stuff you got here, and amazing website as well, clear branding, but there's a little bit of disconnect when it comes to messaging aspect of things. So let's go through this first thing that we see on your website. This is what I call the above the fold section. It's the first thing that you see when somebody lands on your website. And here, if you're not able to do these three things, chances are people are not going to spend more time on your site, and this probably explains why you have a lot of visitor but very less people clicking the inquiry button, messaging you, or taking the next step that you want them to take on the website. So what are these three questions, if you ask? Number one is, what do you offer? Okay, this is simply a word by word explanation of what do you do. And secondly is, who is it for? So if on your website people land, I do not know whether this is for me or not, it will create this, okay, cool, but I will never feel like you're talking to me, because it feels like, hey, you're talking to some audience which is not me. So by stating who is this website for, you're actually calling out these people. If this website is for parents with young children, you tell them, like, I'll tell you how you can write those lines. You'll call them out, like, hey, this is for you parents. And last but not least is a clear call to action button. What I mean by clear call to action button, when people see this part, they instinctively know where to click. If you look at the articles that I post on LinkedIn, if you look at the great websites out there, if you go on Netflix, you realize that they have a very obvious rate button that even if you don't read, you know that's the button that I need to click. So that's something that is missing here. And let's go through this tagline. We improve classroom learning through real life adventures. I know what you're trying to imply here, but imagine if you are talking to a parent who has children that you plan to go to take on these adventures. Do you think that we can improve this? We improve classroom learning through real life education. So let's talk about the first thing. What do you do? So in your context, I'm assuming it's outdoor learning activities, outdoor learning programs, or however you call it, but you run outdoor learning programs, outdoor learning activities. So that's what you do, number one. And number two is the target market is for children. So it could be, we run outdoor learning programs that helps your children. So that statement alone already speak to the parent. Imagine if I'm a parent, I see that we run outdoor learning programs that help your children. Aha, that's probably me. And then last but not least is one thing I forgot is the benefit. You want to be able to tell people, like, hey, this one line, this is what I do and why is it special, so that it creates this a technical term for this is, it opens up the story gap. What I mean by this is, when people see that, they want to know what's next. It's a line that says, hey, imagine if I were to say something along these lines. We run outdoor learning programs that help your children learn English, mathematics, and science more effectively. And then a button right down there says see programs or see available programs. Now let me repeat that again. Imagine in this section, the first thing that people see is, we run outdoor learning programs that help your children learn science, mathematics, and English in a much more efficient way, or learn math, science, and English in I have no idea, successful, a more effective, a more fun, a more whatever that USP that you are trying to portray, and then a button that says see available programs. How much more intrigued do you think a parent who land on their site would see this? Imagine if I am a parent, I see that my children is losing that motivation to actually study, and then I stumble upon your content, I land on your website, it just opens this huge story gap that, hey, that's me. Yes, my children. Aha, something about learning outdoor learning program. Then the next default thing that they want to do is to actually click see available programs. And when they click, that is when you explain the programs that are available. And that's the above the fold section. I would put the button see available programs somewhere here in the middle. My apologies. And another one here. And the reason why is because when people scan through the website, the eye moves in a Z pattern. So I will look here, I will look here at the end here, then I'll go down, which means I will go through, if there's a button in the middle, I will scan through the button and aha, that makes sense. And in terms of the background, right, what I always tell my clients is that you want to be using what I call power photos. These are photos that convince that, hey, number one, we are not some fake business. Number two, we are all about that end results. So in your context, I saw that you actually have photos of this children. These are the photos that you want to actually put as the background here. And with the tagline, with that background, it paints a picture that, aha, when people land on your site, they know what's going on already without them having to scroll down further. And that's how you optimize that part. And then right down here, what I would do is, one thing I can tell is you are following at least 60% of the principles that we teach our clients. What we would do is, instead of explaining right away what is LLO, I would talk about the problems. I would address what I call the villain in this story. In your context, you see, there are 4 ways you can actually get someone to follow you. One of the ways is actually to throw rocks at your enemy. How many times you find yourself wanting to take sides in an argument that you see so that you gain the approval of that party? When you were in school back then, when you're really small, your best friend got into a fight, and then you don't be the guy in the middle. Oftentimes you take sides. The reason why is because you want them to agree with you. So in this context, on the website, what you can do is actually address, okay, parents, does your child seem unmotivated to study? Has your child ever asked you why they have to study English, math, and science? Does your child look bored all the time? And are you feeling hopeless because you just don't know what to do? You think that the teachers are supposed to create the curiosity, but the villain in the story is not the teachers, it's the mundane routine of their life. The fact that they have to wake up early, go to school, and then go tuition after that. So this is the story that you want to be telling. Tell these parents, hey, here's the villain, is that mundane routine that is making your children bored to death to study. And what if I tell you I have a solution, which this is brilliant. What if there's a way for your children to learn this subject in a fun, experiential way and boost their understanding instantly? So this is where you see the story. We sell them the idea of, hey, we help your child learn these 3 subjects faster through experiential outdoor programs, see available programs, and they go down, which we go through a story of the villain. In this context is, hey, it's the mundane day-to-day routine that the children has to go through. But what if we have a solution to that? A solution that is guaranteed, that has been researched and proven for years and years and years, blah, 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 to help children to harness the power of play towards academic excellence. Do you want to know that? And then you put this video. The solution is called Let's Learn Outside, LLO. And then you put this video. What is LLO? So it will be somewhere below here. Right under the video, so you can say, here's the secret. Our methods are not something new and it works. Remember when a child, okay, this can be right under here, and then you can put a video of LLO in between this section. And what you can do is So how do we intend to do it? This is where you introduce your solution. Your solution is very simple. Yes, the thing that you're trying to do is you bring English, math, and science out of the textbook, but the vehicle here is what you can call LLO programs. It's through LLO programs. It's an outdoor experiential program where we've teamed up with a pool of pool talented blah 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 together, develop a series of programs that infuses our formula to harness the power of play seamlessly into academic subject. So you put a video of LLO, and then what you can do is you can actually put testimonials right under the video to kind of build the curiosity in the people. Now that I know what LLO is, and then I actually see good words about it, and that makes things much more powerful. And obviously, once I know what LLO is, I want to be able to see what are the available programs. So right below that, I would not put this first. I would put the available programs. I don't know what your sales process is. So how does this work? Are we talking about you going to schools and taking the whole class, or you gather individual children and team them up, put them together and run this program? So that's for us to discuss if you choose to engage us to help you out. And one section that's missing here is the programs. So now the story goes like this. Hey, Let's Learn Outside is an organization that runs experiential learning programs to help children learn science, math, and English in a much more efficient way. And you address the villain. The villain is the mundane routine of blah, 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 blah. And you have the solution is LLO. Let's Learn Outside program. It's a series of programs intended to do this. Why LLO? And then you tell about all the research that has been proven when you were a child, blah, 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 this and that. And you follow that up with good words from parents or from schools that have engaged you previously. And then you show them these are the available LLO programs. You mentioned that you've added a bunch of new services. So how you package your programs is another important thing that we can help you do, so that people land, they know, okay, this is what they have on the menu. Because like whether you realize it or not, a lot of service-based business have this issue. They have a lot of products, they have services, but when people land on the website, they have no clue what is the services. And then core life skill infused. You can omit this, I would say. You can put the benefits of each programs under that. Let's say I have 3 packages, and then column 1, package 1. I'll write a brief description of what are the benefits that they can get. Secondly is the benefit of the second one. Thirdly is the benefit of the third one, of the third packages that you have. And what I would follow up that is what I call the founder's backstory. So this is where you establish a higher cost. You're not just in the business to make money. And this is such a powerful thing, because when people can relate to you with a cost that is outside money, let's say you're on a higher mission of maybe helping educating 1 million children in Singapore, parents will instantly be bought into that. Why? Because you have a story whereby you can tell, maybe growing up you have this issue, blah blah blah, you've been a bad student, you thought that you are not meant for school, this and that, but one day something happened, you fell in love with studying, but the issue is that studying happens outside the classroom. And that's when you started to embark on this journey, and Let's Learn Outside came about. And since then, you've helped over maybe 200,000 children take their learning outside the classroom and actually generated this much results. And then you tell people about, you can tell people like, hey, if you are, this is where you call out call them out. If your children is blah 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 blah, we have a solution for you. Choose any of our programs and sign up for that. And that is when the homepage becomes really, really powerful, because now it's indirectly a sales pitch. Okay, people land on it, they see a headline that draws their attention, and then how you address the villain, how you spike the problem, and then how you say you have solutions, and then these are the solutions available, and we're not just making claims under the sky. You have all these testimonials backing up these things, and then you tell people about why you started this business, the backstory of things, and then you call them out to sign up with you. So those are the thought process that I would do to revamp this homepage. And obviously, in terms of UI, it's brilliant, but I would put clear, contrasting buttons so that when parents are ready to buy, they will just click that main call to action. In your context, what I would foresee ideally would be see available programs, and then each of that programs would have their own landing page in which you tell the benefits of this program and get their registrations from there. And the beauty is that once you have this individual programs page, you can actually run ad directly to that page, because now it's a landing page on its own. It's technically another sales page, which now makes not only your homepage powerful, each your individual services page is now a page that's contributing a positive ROI to your business, and that is when this website becomes a really, really powerful thing for your business. So those are my thought process. If you want us to help you out, there are two ways that we can do this. One is we have this one-on-one consultation services where we sit down with you and go through what we call your brand script. I don't know whether you've heard of that. Basically, it's a 3 to 4 hour consultation where we go through the exact story of, remember the things that I just spoke earlier. Who are you targeting? What are your product? How do you craft a good offer? How do you package your things? And how do you actually reverse the risk of doing business with you, so that because when you're asking for somebody's money, all of a sudden their brains start coming up with these excuses where I need to think about it, I need to blah blah blah. So what do you have a strategy in place for you to counter them? Like, hey, it's okay if you're still indecisive, just go ahead with it because we have this guarantee. And then how do you show proof of concept? How do you tell people, like, look, whatever methodologies that we do is tested and proven? And how do you create a good perception of, when people land on your site, they know, oh, this guy is on a different level. It's not just another organization chasing after money. And how do you create perception of authority? How do you put awards? How do you play around with your design to tell people, hey, we are not just play business lah. Sorry for that Malaysian lingo there. And yeah, that's the outcome of this consultation process. It's a process where the end result of it would be a document in which you can use that document. We will use that document if you choose to engage to rebuild this website. We'll use that to structure the website. We'll use that to build the website. And also with that document, you'll be able to use that for your marketing purposes, for the videos that you put on LinkedIn, for the videos that you want to put out on social media. Because whether you realize it or not, a lot of people face this issue of, hey, I don't know what to post out there. Let's just talk about all the awards that we've won. Let's talk about all the coverage that we've done. But it does not really create that want from our target audience. Obviously, when you have an award, your colleague will cheer you up, but your potential customer will not be intrigued to check you out and figure out, hey, this guy actually does this business and blah, blah, blah. So when you tweak the messaging, the story that you tell out there to the market, chances are you end up drawing people into your website, and then from their website, if you have a low-hanging offer, you'll get the lead. In fact, the reason why you reach out to me is probably because you saw one of my videos and then you end up on my website, and then you are not ready to get a website right away, but you saw that I actually have another offer that tells, hey, if you don't want to build a website right now, we can do an audit and I'll show you how we can really improve your website, and then you make the decision from there. So those are the things that this consultation stuff will give to you. It's really powerful. I strongly recommend you to do that. And another service that we have is done for you website revamp. Obviously, these two are separate things, and the website services, if you want to go over it, we will still need you to go through the consultation process. So the first one is just consultation on an a la carte basis, and then the second one is the consultation on top of the website revamp services. So yeah, let me know. Thank you so much for listening to me. I look forward to seeing more videos from you, and yeah, thanks for listening. Bye bye.